You want to make a bit of money? You should do what I did. Get into farming. See this? I got this selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. It's actually made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it. Fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell. You know sheep? Bit woolly. It's wool! Pull it off, sell it, fucking grows back again. You cannot lose. Brilliant. Don't even need an alarm clock. Unbelievable. It's only 5 in the morning, and I'm right where I work. And while the other poor sod's struggling in on the tube, I'm gonna go and get some milk out of a cow. Who's a jammy bastard? Look at all this milk. I'm gonna make a fucking fortune.
Redbeard, do you think if I finish chipping this flint by a time when sun is hottest, you could get it tied to a stick by a time when we all get hungry?
I don't think so, Big Feet. You're forgetting. Today we've all got to go to clearing where we go sometimes, from time when cricket shut up until time when we go back to our huts.
Really? What for?
It's Bronze Orientation Day.
Oh, bugger. I'm so sick of hearing about bronze. Bronze, 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 bronze. What's wrong with stone? Does stone not work all of a sudden?
Well, they say that bronze will revolutionise the way we hunt together.
Well, maybe, but I can't be doing with it. Horrid, shiny stuff. Ugh.
Guys, this is Hairyback from Tribe in the Valley who have lots of jewellery all of a sudden. He'll be leading our Bronze Orientation Day. Hairyback, this is Big Feet and Redbeard, our foremost chipper and tire.
Oh, great. Well, you're exactly the kind of people I need to get through to. And my message for you is this. Don't be afraid of bronze. Really. Unless, of course, someone is attacking you with a bronze axe, in which case you should be afraid, because bronze is brilliant. Meet bronze. Bronze is your friend. Bronze is user-friendly, multi-purpose, exciting, zeitgeisty, and most importantly of all, it's slightly shiny. Every day we're finding new uses for bronze. Bronze plates, bronze cup, bronze hats, bronze shoes, even bronze windows. And bronze doesn't even need to be chipped. So, stone is dead, prepare for the age of bronze. Thank you. Yes, you have a question.
Yeah. When you say bronze doesn't need to be chipped, right, my question is, doesn't it?
No. With new modern smelting, old-fashioned chipping is a thing of the past.
Right, because I'm a chipper, you see.
Right, well, I won't lie to you. Chippers, as a breed, are going to go the way of the saber-toothed tiger. Ah! No, I mean they're going to be extinct. But have you thought about retraining as a smelter?
No, I haven't. I mean, smelting may be fine for the lads, but I'm no smelter. And while bronze may be terribly clever, stone was all my old dad ever needed to feed a family of as many hands as I have and then more than that. I just say, as a tribe, why don't we leave the bronze to the smart Alex and the whiz kids, and we'll just carry on using stone axes like we always do.
Because if you do, the tribes with the bronze axes will kill you, and then take your stone axes, and then throw them away because they're rubbish.
Oh.
Yes?
Will the bronze still need tying to sticks?
Oh, yes.
Cracking.
Good morning, John.
Morning, Hugh.
And how are you and your excellent corner shop this fine morning?
Good, thanks, Hugh.
Good. Right. There you go. Loaf of wholemeal, telegraph, and an apple.
Right, Hugh.
Well, though, just thinking, John. Oh, yes, goodness, I'm thirsty. I really am.
I've got a tremendous thirst on, all of a sudden.
Oh.
Yes, I feel like I should grab something to drink right away. Do you recommend anything?
Well, we have lots of different drinks, as you know, Hugh.
Yes, you do, but I'm so thirsty, I feel like grabbing something right at hand. Something from this chiller here. Yes, here we go. Export Jürgenbrau. Yes, well, maybe I'll try one of these.
Yes, maybe you will.
Oh, and actually, now I notice this is an alcoholic lager beer, isn't it, John? 10%. Blimey. That's quite a lot, isn't it, John?
Yes, Hugh. It's the most alcohol per milliliter at the lowest cost in this corner shop.
Is it really? How fascinating. Well, it's the continental way, isn't it? In Spain, they wouldn't dream of starting the day without a couple of cans and maybe a vodka. Probably. So, how much is that?
£2.70, Hugh.
Oh, well, now I look, I don't think I can actually afford the bread, the paper, an apple, and this drink.
Not quite, Hugh.
Oh, well, so maybe I'll put all three of these items back. And maybe get 2 cans of this lager beer that you recommend. Just in case one doesn't completely rid me of my perishing thirst.
Yes. Yes, that is the usual solution.
Do you know what? I'm so thirsty, I think I might just crack this open and drink it here on the step of your shop.
Of course, Hugh. And why don't you lie down on the pavement afterwards if you're feeling a little bit sleepy?
What an excellent idea. See you tomorrow, John.
See you tomorrow, Hugh.
Oh, well, that's brilliant. Thank you. Great news, guys. The bank have agreed the loan.
Oh, that's great.
So now we can go ahead and start up our own dry cleaning business.
Great! No more working for other dry cleaners. Finally, we can really go it alone.
So, the last thing to decide is, what should we call it?
Well, I think it should definitely be a funny name.
Yeah, a funny name, like a hairdresser's that's called Fringe Benefits or A Cut Above.
So what would one for a dry cleaning shop be?
Well, I've had a thought, actually. I mean, I think it's funny. It's certainly a phrase I've heard, but I'm just not quite sure what it means. It's touching cloth.
Oh, great. Touching cloth. Yeah, that's certainly a phrase I've heard.
It's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Touching cloth.
So what does it mean?
Well, obviously part of what it means is what we would be doing. You know, as dry cleaners, we'll spend most of our day touching cloth.
Yeah, yes, and of course our customers who bring in their clothes for us to dry clean, they'll all be touching cloth as well. You know, as they hand the clothes over, they'll be touching cloth.
Well, great, that all works out brilliantly.
And what's more, what I think will make it funny is that I think that touching cloth has a double meaning. It's just, I'm not quite sure what it is.
Right, well, that's great, but I think it's probably quite important that we find out exactly what the other meaning of touching cloth might be before we call the sign right or get the notepaper printed.
Yeah, does anybody know what the other meaning of touching cloth is?
I know.
Oh, great. Is it funny?
Yes, it is. It is funny.
What is it?
Well, when you're touching cloth, what you're doing is that you so need a poo that you've sort of started to poo yourself, but you've managed to stop at the point where a bit of the poo is actually touching the cloth at the inside of your pants.
Oh, right. I had no idea there was a name for that.
That is funny. And it's funny because it involves poo.
Yes, it is very funny.
My only slight worry is the association of getting poo on clothes, which I agree is funny. Is that association appropriate for a business such as dry cleaning, which is, after all, supposed to be about getting clothes clean?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's really a problem.
Yeah, you can worry too much about these things.
And the way I see it, there's an upside. Because the message we'll be sending out is, even if you have got poo on your clothes, we can handle it. In fact, we could call it touching cloth ? Touching cloth? Then step this way.
I really like that.
to Number Wang, the maths quiz that simply everyone is talking about. Our contestants today are Julie from Somerset and Simon, who is from Somerset. So, before we begin, Julie, any hobbies down there in Somerset?
Yes.
Simon?
No.
Great, OK. Well, if you're ready, let's play Number Wang. Julie to play first.
3,
9,
16,
12,
8.2,
4,
That's Number Wang, round 2. Simon to play first.
27,
30,
18,
54.
That's Number Wang. Let's go to the maths board. Julie?
I'll have the 4, the 6, and the 3.4.
That's Number Wang. We like those decimals, Julie. Simon?
I'd like the root 14 and the 12,
That's Number Wang, round 3. Julie to play first.
8 minus 4.
That's Number Wang. Simon?
109 times 17,
That's Number Wang. Julie?
47.
That's the Number Wang bonus. Triple Number Wang to Julie. So, Julie, you're ahead on 77. Simon, you trail on 83. Everything hinges on this final round. Yes, it's time for Wanganum. Let's rotate the board. Welcome back. Let's play Wanganum. Julie to play first.
43,
Simon?
27,
200,
3,
1,
1,
1,
1,
1,
1,
1.
Eh.
1.
That's Wanganum! Oh, bad luck, Julie. You've been Wanganum. But Simon, you are today's Number Wang. That's all from Number Wang, but until tomorrow's edition, stay Number Wang. And remember, out there, good Number Wang. Very well. They're coming. Now we'll see how these Russians deal with a crack SS division.
Hans?
Have courage, my friend.
Yeah. Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
They've got skulls on them. Have you noticed that our caps have actually got little pictures of skulls on them?
I don't,
Hans, are we the baddies?
Let's see. We should be able to hold them at this point here, at least for a few hours.
I mean, why skulls, then?
What?
Why skulls?
Well, maybe they're the skulls of our enemies.
Maybe. But is that how it comes across? I mean, it doesn't say next to the skull, you know, yeah, we killed him, but trust us, this guy was horrid.
Well, no, but...
I mean, what do skulls make you think of? Death, cannibals, beheading, pirates.
Pirates are fun.
I didn't say we weren't fun, but fun or not, pirates are still the baddies. I just can't think of anything good about a skull.
What about pure Aryan skull shape?
Even that is more usually depicted with the skin still on. Whereas the Allies...
No, you haven't been listening to Allied propaganda. Of course they're going to say we're the bad guys.
But they didn't get to design our uniforms. And their symbols are all, you know, quite nice. Stars, stripes, lions, sickles.
What's so good about a sickle?
Well, nothing. And obviously, if there's one thing we've learnt in the last 1,000 miles of retreat, is that Russian agriculture is in dire need of mechanization.
Tell me about it.
But you've got to say, it's better than a skull. I mean, I really can't think of anything worse as a symbol than a skull.
A rat's anus?
Yeah, and if we were fighting an army marching under the banner of a rat's anus, I'd probably be a lot less worried, Hans.
Okay. So...
Hello, and you're watching Number Wang Night here on BBC Two. Coming up in an hour, Wangs for the Memory, where we'll be discussing how Number Wang has been used to combat dementia. But first, a history of Number Wang.
I'm standing on hallowed ground. This is the famous Number Wang basement at the BBC. In that corner was the great Alan Turing's desk, where he sat for many months after the Second World War, tragically trying to de-gay himself with a laser. In more tolerant times, it was just over there in the late 1960s where David Frost reputedly had sex with the number 11 on a mattress. He swears to this day that it was 16. And of course, as you all know, this is the home of Colosson, the number Wang computer, which calculates whether or not it is number Wang.
That's number Wang.
8 minus 4.
That's number Wang, Simon. 109 times 17.
That's number Wang, Julie.
47.
That's the number Wang bonus.
Today, Number Wang is a vast global franchise like McDonald's, U2 and the Catholic Church all rolled into one. But few would guess that it came from the relatively humble beginnings of not yet existing. All that changed in 1936 here at Cambridge University, where philosopher and logician Bertrand Russell was contemplating the mysteries of existence.
I had spent the morning proving to myself that my chair existed so that I could sit down when it suddenly struck me. How do we really know whether it is or it is not number Wang? On my desk, I saw a jug, and in a flash of inspiration, I knew I had solved it. Smashing the jug, lest anyone copy my work, I went across to the rooms of my very good friend Wittgenstein. I opened the door, and I said to him, quite simply, "That's number Wang." As I remember, he cried.
After the publication of Russell's 1,400-page treatise, It Is Number Wang, it was quickly optioned by the BBC and turned into a game show.
Good evening, and welcome to a new piece of the endlessness which we're calling Number Wang.
However, due to the incredible complexity of the mathematics involved, it proved impractical.
Miss Julie?
7.
We'll just have to check that with the boffins. Was that number Wang?
It'll take a few hours, I'm afraid.
Well, in the meantime, some music.
Fortunately, the war intervened, and at Bletchley Park, a tremendous discovery was invented, and simultaneously, a tremendous invention discovered.
It's now or never, Tom. Run the sequence.
Righto. 4, 8, 15, 162, 3,420. That's number Wang.
Good God. It actually works. It actually bloody works, you genius.
I say, chaps, you don't suppose we could use this machine for anything else, do you?
Like what?
I don't know. Something to help with the war or something.
And so Colosson was born. After the war, Colosson's creators supervised the fitting of head, arms, legs, and laser cannons in order to transport it to the BBC, where in 1949, Number Wang returned triumphantly to our screens.
Hello. Welcome to Number Wang with me, Robert Robinson, and the world's first commercial Number Wang solving computer, Colosson.
I am Colosson.
Indeed you are. Round 1, Miss Julie to play first.
7.
Could it be Number Wang? Colosson?
No.
Would that it were Number Wang. Alas, it is not. Mr. Simon?
Number Wang quickly became the most popular game in Britain, and newspapers got in on the act by publishing daily Number Wang puzzles for their readers.
Oh, it's a tough one today.
Yes, tricky.
That's Number Wang!
Oh, damn it, Reg always gets it first.
And Number Wang continued to grow in popularity despite a brief period in the 1960s when Colosson attempted to take over the world.
Round 2, fish numbers. Julie?
E11.
Let's ask Colosson. Where's he gone? Oh my God, Colosson's loose!
I am Colosson. I am Number Wang. The world is Number Wang. Therefore I am the world. You must all die.
Luckily, Colosson's designers had foreseen this eventuality and built in a failsafe whereby Colosson would shut down if he was shown a picture of a chicken.
I am Colosson, I am number one, the world is number one. I am verily.
And so, with Colosson back under control, Number Wang established itself as the best program ever made and spawned numerous versions across the globe in countries like Australia, such as New Zealand,
It's Number Wang.
Australia itself,
Oh, mate, that's Number Wang.
and even America.
Yes, that is a number.
Which is why today, wherever you go in the world, you'll always hear people say, "Take it away, Colosson." Oh my God! Colosson's escaped! He's loose! Where's my picture of a chicken? Oh my God! Oh, where is he? Oh, let's grab him now.
You are not number one. You must die. Television is not number one. Television must die.
Which leads us to the unfortunate conclusion that this latest murder was also the work of the so-called identity killer.
Now, Inspector Danvers will take your questions.
How can you be sure this is the identity killer's handiwork?
Well, because as with his previous victims, he's left at the scene of the crime details of his identity.
So the killer has a calling card?
I suppose you could say that, yes.
What is it?
Well, on this occasion, it was a calling card. On previous occasions, he's been known to leave his birth certificate, the address of his MySpace page, and on one occasion, a series of unconnected numbers next to the three-letter word mob. So, we're looking into the possibility that there may be connections with organised crime. So, what have we got?
Nothing, sir. All he's left this time is a passport-sized photograph and 2 recent utility bills. Oh, my God, sir, look at that.
I know. What a waste.
Come and have a look at this, Sarge. Well, it's still running, sir. Should we have a look at the tape?
Ah, what? So we're sitting around looking at footage of Mr. Eric Hale, Flat 2, Addington Building, Swindon, murdering a man, and meanwhile the identity killer could strike again. No, at this point, all we can do is just wait for him to make a mistake. Morning, sir. Thanks for doing this, guys. I'm really crazy about Jill.
No problem, Liam. We enjoy playing matchmaker.
Yeah, don't you worry about a thing. This whole evening has been set up to make you look good. You're going to shine in comparison to the other guests.
So who else is coming?
Well, there's Dave.
Great, no problems there.
Well, that'll be Jill.
Do I look okay?
Yeah, that shirt really suits you.
Everyone, this is Jill.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, let's sit down.
Oh, is someone else joining us?
Oh, just Scarecrow. He's an old friend of Tara's from back home. He's just upstairs. He'll be down in a second.
Come on, Scarecrow. We're going to start without you.
Sorry, I was just admiring your Kandinsky prints upstairs.
Oh, I love his work.
I was lucky enough to catch a retrospective in Barcelona. It was stunning.
Really? Oh, I'm Jill, by the way.
Hi, I'm Scarecrow.
What a fascinating name.
Steve, can I have a word with you in the kitchen?
Oh. What is it?
Who the hell is he?
He's Scarecrow. Tara knows him.
Well, why'd you have to invite him? He's charming the pants off her.
Well, get in there and compete. He's just a scarecrow.
Yeah, but he's really smooth. I think she likes him.
Liam, if you can't do better than a man with a family of rats living in his torso, then there's no hope for you with any woman.
Yeah, all right. You're right.
Okay.
Oh, there's something stuck in my jacket.
More wine, Jill?
Yeah, thanks. Oh, yeah, thanks.
You know, I used to be really scared of birds.
Oh, don't worry. I'll look after you.
My hero.
So, Scarecrow, tell me, how much does scaring crows pay? I only ask because I'm a senior marketing executive and I'm on about 70k. I just wondered how Scarecrowing compares.
Oh, how can you put a price on the view of the valley? Or the soft morning breezes? Or watching the gentle rains sweeping across the landscape? As the tender corn heads brush sensuously at your side. And the nights, the nights of countless stars. And your soul just ascends.
Oh, God, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
What were you thinking? I'm getting whipped out there. Well, stop wasting time and get in the game. Look, Jill likes skiing, so when you get the chance, use that as an opening. All right.
Well, there are two types of scarecrow. There are the ordinary scarecrows, and then there's the enchanted kind, like me.
That's fascinating. So what's the difference?
Well, an enchanted scarecrow can walk and talk.
Oh, and you can do that thing with the moon and the poetry.
Oh, come on. Don't make me do that.
What thing?
It's nothing.
Do you ski at all, Jill?
No, thanks, I'm fine. What's this thing you do? I'm fascinated.
Oh, go on, do it, Scarecrow.
Oh, all right. This is from my book, The Night Watchman.
You're a published poet.
It's only a slim volume.
And do the moon thing, too.
Okay, okay. Sister Moon, shine down your gentle benevolence upon us.
Oh, that's amazing. How did you do that?
Enchanted.
Well, all I can say is me too.
And as the sun rose on the clean new day, none knew the night watchman had passed this way.
That's just beautiful. I wish I could see the valley at night.
Well, it's only half an hour away. We could all go now. I've got my BMW outside.
No, thanks. I think I might just get an early night.
I'll grab my bag.
Thanks so much for setting this up, guys. I fancied her for ages.
No problem, Scarecrow.
And great choice with the other guy. What a tosser.
Come on, Scarecrow, let's go.
Go on. Don't keep the lady waiting.
Thanks again. Cheers, Dave.
Hey. All right, see you later, Scarecrow.
So let's go through it one last time. All we've got is a name, an address, an occupation, a phone number, a modus operandi, motive, opportunity, a confession, and him in the room. Aye. So, I ask you all, where the hell do we go from here?
We could try arresting him, boss.
Or is that just what he wants us to do?
No, it isn't.
Or is that just what he wants us to think?
Look, I'm just gonna go.
He's always that one step ahead of us. And then on the Wednesday, Dan, it's the bath scene. Dan, now, we've talked about this, haven't we? You're fine with the nudity, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, people don't have baths with their pants on, right?
Exactly. I will be asking you to take your pants off while I'm there.
Fine. I think it's important to the realism of the film.
Yeah, realism. Yeah.
And it'll be a closed set, won't it? I mean, you know, I don't really want there to be too many people kind of hanging around while I'm, you know...
While you're taking off all your clothes to be filmed.
Yeah.
Leave that to me, Dan.
It'll just be like me and the cameraman.
It'll be like that. Yes, you and the cameraman. And me, of course.
Well, can't do a scene without the director.
Not this scene. And the sound man and 4 or 5 electricians to make sure you're lit nicely, and the continuity lady and the makeup lady and her assistant and the work experience girl.
Right, but basically...
But no need for the costume department, because you won't have a costume on. You'll be bare.
Right, no, of course they won't be there, yeah.
So basically, you'll be on your own. I mean, obviously, the props people and the designer need to be there. And I think that's the day the producer's bringing his wife and 3 teenage daughters.
Right, but I mean, it'll all be shot tastefully, won't it? I mean, obviously I'll be naked, but you won't actually see my penis.
I'll see your penis, Dad. I'll see it loads.
Yeah, but sure, but I mean, you won't actually be filming my penis.
Well, there are no guarantees in this business, Dan, but if there's one thing I can say, it's that I'll try and avoid being very unsurprised if your penis doesn't not get filmed and put on general release up and down the land.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Is it true you're not wearing any underpants, Dad?
Yes.
Blimey.
So, how's the rest of the filming going?
The rest of... Oh, fine, Dan. We're all pleased with all the rest of the filming.
Hope this bath isn't too cold.
Well, that's what I meant to talk to you about, Dan. I thought that rather than your character getting into a bath, what would be better is that if your character was still naked, but instead of getting into a bath, getting tied to the wheel of doom, which is then revolved.
Why the change?
We just thought it was more visually interesting.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it is. Who are all these people?
Just some random people.
Right.
So we're a little bit pushed for time, Dan. So, if you could just slip out of your dressing gown and get yourself tied to the wheel of doom, we'll start filming.
Okay. Gavin, you are just filming me from here up, yeah?
Absolutely, Dan. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
How much is this, mate?
That's £5, mate.
£5?
Well, it is the Holy Grail. £5. Take it or leave it.
Sorry, did you say that this was the Holy Grail?
Yes, mate. Holy Grail, cup of Christ, £5. All right, sweetheart. My Little Pony, 50p.
This is the Holy Grail?
Yes, mate. It's a cup Jesus used at Last Supper. Drink from it, you become immortal. I've got a box somewhere. £5.
Right. And that works, does it?
Oh, yeah, I'm immortal. Yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously, if you're a depressive personality, it's not such a good idea, but if you basically love life, then it's wicked. All the videos are 50p, mate.
Can I see it working?
What?
Well, it's just I bought a stereo over there last week and that didn't work, so...
Oh, honestly. There's no trust anymore, is there?
I don't feel any different.
Excuse me, mate.
Brilliant. Will you take 4?
Go on, then.
Hang on, though. I'm immortal anyway now. I don't need it.
No, mate, that'll wear off.
Immortality that wears off? We've all got immortality that wears off. That's just mortality.
Actually, that's a good point. I think I'll keep it. That bayonet's 20 quid, unless you want me to pull it out.
This job just doesn't get any easier. Was it you that found the body?
Yeah, I found it by my cave next to my fire first thing this morning.
And can I ask what you do?
I'm a caveman, same as everyone else.
Of course.
Yeah, so I found the body first thing, and I immediately went to fetch the caveman police.
You did the right thing. Leave it to us. We're getting an expert in to determine cause of death.
Right.
And here is cavewoman pathologist Ursula.
Morning, Detective.
Morning, Ursula. This could be an interesting one.
Well, let's have a look. Oh, it looks like this man was killed with some kind of stone implement.
Not again. It's rife. Sometimes I think the whole advance into stone technology has been a bit of a double-edged sword.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
No, what did you...
I've no idea. Time of death?
Well, I think I can narrow it down to
Sometime before now.
OK, let's start investigating. Did anyone see this man being killed?
No.
Right, I'm all out of ideas. All we know is that at some point before now, someone hit this man to death with a stone, and no one saw who it was.
The perfect crime.
The perfect crime.